to CAD Tip in the Flash. My name is Michael Marcano. I am a AutoCAD certified professional and a CAD manager. Today's CAD tip is going to be creating a macro. How do we write a macro? Well, first, what is a macro used for? A macro in AutoCAD, we can use a macro to string commands together, right? This is helpful when we have repetitive processes or a repetitive workflow that we kind of want to automate a little bit, right? So we don't want to have to continuously type in the same commands over and over and over again to complete the same process over and over and over again. So what we can do is we can go ahead and we can create a macro where we write it all out and input it into our CAD and have CAD just run all those commands or for us, where it completes all those keystrokes that we would have been doing and all those mouse clicks that we would have been doing. It would do it by itself. So all we have to do is tell it once and it does it. It does the rest on its own. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing that you want to do is you need to know your process. You have to understand your process. You have to understand your workflow. What are the buttons that you have to hit? What do you have to type out? What prompts do you have to respond to? All of that becomes necessary, okay, for us to be able to effectively write a macro. So on the screen here, what I've already written is I've written, you'll see here is you'll see that, for example, I have an asterisk. Well, when you're writing a macro, that asterisk takes place of you hitting the enter key, okay? So if you're entering a command, and you have to hit enter to move to the next step, we have to hit enter to run the command, this semicolon is going to replicate that enter. The backslash is pause for user input. This is for the part of your workflows that may change, right? Or that you have to tell CAD precisely what you want it to do. So you don't want to a portion that can't be automated because the answer is not always going to be the same, right? Or that one part of the process is a variable. It's not always going to be the same. So here the backslash will allow you to go ahead and say, hey, stop and let me tell you what to do. Next, we have --C. What that does is it just cancels all the previous commands. Okay, so it makes sure that before your command is run, that CAD is not in the middle of a command. All right, and those are the three most important ones that you're going to need to go ahead and write your macro. Okay, so a good macro that I always find useful is one that can automate the cleaning process of a file. So if your file becomes laggy or becomes too heavy, we often run audit and purge and let's say overkill in order to try to improve the efficiency of our file. Well, that process, if we were to just leave them as individual commands, would require a lot of keystrokes, right? Because we would have to type in audit and then hit enter and then answer the first prompt, which is fix any errors detected. Yes, then we would have to hit enter again, let it run, then run purge. So we could run purge and then choose our options, which we're going to say is all, and then enter, and then the asterisk, enter, verify each name, no, enter, and then it runs the purge. That can be very cumbersome, right? Why? Right there, that for me, that took too much time. That took 3-4 minutes that I could be doing something else, because if you are a drafter and you do drafting, 3-4 minutes is valuable time. Okay. So I want to automate that. I want to make it so that I don't have to write all those things out and prompt and answer all those prompts. So here's how we're going to do it. So remember, you have to know your process, right? So I know that so I'm going to remove this portion here and we're just going to write it. So I know the first one I want to write is audit, right? That's the first command I want to run. So So I'm going to type in audit and then hit enter. Remember, enter is the semicolon now. And the first question was, do you want us to fix any or repair any errors that we find? The answer to that was yes. And then enter. Now, I don't want to stop there because I want to go right into the purge command, right? So here, now, I use -purge or -purge. The reason I choose -purge is because the hyphen forces it to the command line and doesn't prompt for the dialog box to open. So that, we do -purge or -purge and press enter. And then the first question was, what do you want to purge? So here I can say all and hit enter. And then the next one was the asterisk and enter. And lastly, do you want us to verify the names? Obviously no, because, you know, depending on how much stuff you have in your file, trying to verify all the names will probably lock up your CAD, to be honest with you. So let's just hit enter there. And there we go. We have two commands there. They can run it once. Okay. And that's it. And it's as easy as that. And so now how do we make this into an action, right? How do we make this into a command? Well, I'm going to copy this here. And I'm going to open the user interface. So you open the user interface by typing CUI for customize user interface, and we'll hit enter. On the bottom here, you're going to see that there is a command list. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the star, this right here, to create a new command. And you can see that now we have been prompted here. So we're going to slide this down because we're going to use the symbol. And so here we're going to say the command is name is going to, so let's name it, I don't know, let's name it quick clean. Right? Under that, you can write a description. So we can say, you know, use this to clean, whoops, I say use this to clean slow moving files. Okay. Extended help is if you have a write-up to a workflow. So for example, not a write-up to a workflow, but let's say you created a write-up to say how this command is to be used or how it works. Then what you can do is you can create a write-up or a PDF, save it, and then you can attach it here. And that way, when people are using the command and you know they need help with the command, they can press the F1 key and it will take them to that help file. And then now our macro. So we're just going to fill it in. And there you have it. So we have here our _C or our escape, and then our macro. And then now our image. So you can, you know, download your own image, create your own image. You can come up here and use an existing symbol and then hit edit to kind of like modify it. I'm just going to go ahead and choose this little Harry Potter lightning bolt. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit apply. All right. That now your command is not ready to be used yet. Okay. It's only in this command list, but it is not an active command. Right. So what we want to do is we want to move it into our active workspace. So we're going to go up here to our ribbon, and then we're going to go to our panels. You can only add it to a panel. You can't add it to a tab. Okay. So we have to add it to a panel, and the panel I'm going to add it to is going to be our home palette, our home panel. Okay. And so now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to search the command list for our command, and we named it quick clean. QI. You can spell Mike. Quick. Whoops. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Quick clean. And we're going to click on it and hold. And we are going to drag it up. And we are going to bring it into our home panel. So you see this little blue symbol, this little blue, arrow. What we're going to do is we're going to put it into row 1, right above tool space. Okay. And you'll see that there is a star and there's your quick clean. And if you look in your panel preview, you'll notice that now next to tool space, we have this little yellow thing here. But that is because right now our button style is set to small without text. So we're going to hit this drop down and we're going to change it to large with text. Now you can do vertical text, we will put the text under it, or you can do horizontal where it will put it next to it. Okay, we're going to just kind of match the one from Toolspace. So we're just going to make it vertical so that it looks nice. And that is it. And now we can hit apply, and we can hit OK. And now that is here on our home panel. And so let's see if it works. So let's expand this up a little bit, and let's go ahead and hit our quick clean button. And if you see, I hover over it and it says use this to clean slow moving files. Now you see where under it says press F1. If we had filled that out, if we had created like a workflow, we would have inputted that into that one file area, and then we could hit F1 and get it. But let's click the button. And as you can see here, it ran through it all. There's our dash purge, and there's our audit. And that is today's CAD tip in a flash. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it sufficient and you learned something valuable. Please comment, like, subscribe. If you like the comment, share, or if you like the content, share. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Stay blessed.